barely catching corners. Nothing's real heavy though, it looks like. So they buffed this way lower than what this is, because when we're pushing here and here, we're only catching this edge here, not this edge. So now you got to push on this harder. Alright, push a little bit harder on it and keep going. Turn it 180 on the paper. See how the paper's getting all worn on one side? No, just put the paper lengthwise, but you just gotta make sure you don't get any grit on underneath the pad when you're doing it. That way you're getting fresh cut. Alright, so we're doing that, and then we got also reaming out these holes over here with the chrome on the edges. We're using a 2 thou undersized dowel pin reamer. All the chrome cleaned out of this stuff. So you come in, if you come in this side, it wants to grab and turn sideways. If you come in through here, you'll catch the original hole. Kind of push in a little bit. It'll come out the other side. Jeez, that took out a lot of chrome that time. So that blows out all that. So maybe now we can put the shaft in the hole. He doesn't care that I'm dulling my brand new reamer with a stupid chrome either.
Is there a spot you wanted me to leave these parts up to?
Just wait a minute.
Okay.
Oh, now I'm looking.
Looks better.
This one had more chrome come out of this one than that one. Yeah, we're starting to get an even surface now. That's good. So it looks a lot better. Okay, go ahead and do this other one now. Same thing. Slow and easy. Now the first time you push out, be real careful. There might be high spots. It'll grab and tear in the paper, so be real light on the first push. How's that one look?
Looks like it's starting to maybe go through a layer here, right in that corner.
That's got a lot of chrome buildup on that one. Was this one flatter on this side?
What's that?
Was this one flatter?
No, I've been trying to.
Was this one, when you pushed all the way down here, was it going across the whole thing, or is it just on this side like you were?
Just on this side over here.
Alright. So this one we're taking a lot of meat off just right in this corner, but
Float.
see where it's hitting pretty heavy along in here and here. It's not even hitting over here yet.
Hey, what's up, Ryan?
A few more strokes that'll do it though.
I'm coming with you. We meet up to lay down yard, and roll out by 6 and get to the pier by 6:30. I usually get there 5:30 or whatever. It depends on when you want to get there, but yeah, we leave the lay down yard at 6 and drive to the pier by 6. So, leave there at 6 and then get to the pier and start at 6:30. Okay? Alright, thanks. Bye.
This one's a lot more uneven. See the dry marks at least in the
Yeah, that's why I
paper?
stopped, because it looked like it was.
Well, it just has to, it has to dig through. I think we're good enough for now, but it's pretty uneven. But so it's cutting real heavy here and here and here, barely hitting here. From here all the way around here, it's barely touching, but it digs in real heavy on these corners where the chrome buildup was. So, well, we're just trying to eliminate the pressure on the corner. So if you put a gasket tighten up, there's a big ball right here, it'll blister this whole corner off. So we want to stop that. Okay, I think I'm good with that. You need to blow that off. Blow this off.
Where it went.
What'd you do? Blow the chrome?
Yep.
Why?
I don't know, just blew it up.
See that chrome on top of the chrome? See underneath it? It's chrome. That's a chrome layer there. That's a chrome layer there. Don't blow so much on it. So they just flash chrome right on top of this thing. They didn't do anything else. They just flash chromed over chrome. That's why it's so thick on everything you got. Because there it is. That chrome came off. It's chrome under it.
Yep.
They didn't copper it. They just put more chrome on it. Chromed and cleared. And the gasket will fill in the void, but the biggest thing, we don't have a big pressure mark, but it is a low spot there now. You gotta be careful blowing on this stuff. Don't blow directly on your surfaces, just kind of. So you stay away a little bit, not full pressure. Fucking, actually, this shitty ass chrome. Chrome's bad enough on some, but once you start cutting through it, it blows it off. But that was really thin there. That was just a flash coat. Hopefully it doesn't come off on the bike, but it probably will at some point. It'll come off in sheets. Something to look forward to, huh?
I can't wait.
Can't wait? Good. It's a-coming. Just a matter of when. Okay, now you go over here and beat on these rock arms. Bring that one with you. Okay, where's the one that we stopped at? Okay, so these holes here have really rough chrome on the inside, so all we can do is burnish them through to get the crap out. Where's the shaft we were using? Okay, so we're just going to take the shaft here, we put a little lube on it, we just shove it through and hope for the best. That's all we can do. At least now these will fit through this side. See? Look at that.
Nice. 1, 2, where's that fourth one at?
Okay, that one went in. That might have been one I already did. Okay. So that side's done. It went in. Now you go over and do this side. Just lay it in there. Take your hammer. Go like that. Bring it up. And hold it in your hand and beat on it. That way you're not scratching the surface. So we're only going in that far. Flip it over. Knock this back out. Get a little CRC, put on there. Lube this one up and beat it in again. Just got to keep going back in and forth. Just don't force it super heavily, just beat on a little bit, and then if it stops, then back up and just keep going back and forth. The repetitive motion will slowly make it go in deeper. You're burnishing the hole out. Alright.
I found those, yeah. So I would just slide one in on each hole and then put the nut on the back side of it and tie it with a wrench and then just have a star screw and just tighten it down. How tight do you want it? Spray some double B40 inside or on the threads and
Put them on for real.
I'm gonna put them on for real. So what
If
kind
you
of
don't,
glue?
if you don't have
Just a
anything
little
on
drop.
here, once it balls up, it's easy.
Just a little bit, a couple of drops of Loctite.
Yeah, it's a little Loctite, it's something lubricated. They tell you to put wax on it.
This guy is for the socket on the rear tire. Okay, I got the rear tire right here.
That's how this goes together.
So it's sprocket side. So sprocket goes right here. And you just line up the holes. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of tripping on right now. I think because because they powder coated inside those holes. Huh?
These are thickly powder coated, which is going to screw up everything.
That's what I was worried about. So what do I do here now? I have to re-drill those out.
Yep, the old powder coated. Makes the offset really awesome.
So they were supposed to just powder coat that, not the flanges.
Well, they don't know.
I have the sprocket bolts here, and then those are the ones. good. The back wheel was gonna have to fuck with.
Yeah.
To get to work.
The powder coat's got to come off to get a flat surface.
Can we leave the powder coat on the outside of the flange and just take the inside?
How's it coming over there?
It's coming.
Same hole?
No, I'm on a different box. This one's okay.
Okay. You got to go another way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, keep on it. All right, we'll be back. All right, we're back. A lot of interruptions. A lot of work done off video, too. Put the customer to work. Now he knows how chrome is a pain in the ass. He got to do all the grinding and cleaning. All right, I went ahead and just got done cleaning these up, these spacers, got them all smoothed up. So now they're flat. This one's going to be recessed slightly because of the way that's indented. This one's not. So I can juggle the clearance just by flipping the spacer. So I got all 4 of these done up. Rocker box have been all sanded, cleaned twice, blown all the holes out, tapped out the holes. Everything's all cleaned up, so I should be able to assemble these up at this point. Now the chrome is starting to peel on the outside edge here, so we had to go and ream. Still pretty sharp. We had to ream these holes out with an adjustable reamer I've got to get the chrome off the outside edge, and then the shelves will go in there a lot easier now. So, like they're supposed to. So all of this stuff is a pain in the butt to deal with, but you gotta deal with it. Okay, so these here are our oil line fittings. These have been all cleaned. So you can see you got a big one here that feeds a lot of oil, and you got 2 of them that are restricted oil. Restricted orifice. That's how they restrict how much oil goes to your top end. So I'm not sure which one we have in the case down there. My guess probably one of the opened up ones. So anyway, I'll put the restricted one on the inlet side of the rear head and coming out of the other side. So this will be the 2 restricted ones will be in the rear head. Actually, I'll put that restricted. I'll put the open. Well, it doesn't matter. They're both going to go feed through. It goes through both sides. It doesn't matter. You're going to be restricted no matter what. So, as long as you don't put the open one on the other side, we'll put the double restricted in there. That restricts the oil flow of the rocker, so it builds up oil pressure in the system. All right. Sealant here. I found one of my old tubes. Actually stole it from the other shop, the old shop. Dad didn't use it up all yet, so I'll use it up. And we got to break down and buy some new stuff here. Not too much longer. There we go. I got that much again. Okay, this. So you want to put this on the threads only, not inside there. See the rear one right here. There it goes. Keep it off the inside of that. Try to anyway. And a little bit left for this one. Just enough to do all 3. Look at that. Now these fittings here go in at an angle. So if you have it going in straight, you're cross-threaded. Remember that. Because when it's on the bike, it's like that, and you want the oil line to be not going up like that, you want to be going across. That's why it's angled. You don't have to gorilla torque these, but torque them down. starts getting tight, stop. Like any torque, when it's tight, it's tight. See, that's tight. Doesn't mean I can't keep turning on it, which I can. That just screws it up and breaks it. Everything has a proper torque. Doesn't mean you have to have a torque wrench either. Just means it's torqued. Okay. All my spacers here. Let's put the wear side up. Okay. We're using S&S roller rocker arms here. So they have their numbers written in here and identifying their S&S. So these have a couple things going on. One is they have a wider, longer bushing in here. They also have pressure lube to the tip here, from the inside out to here, instead of being splashed through the top like Harley. So you can run internal oil line if you want, like an Evo, or you can just, it'll pressurize there and come out the tip. Either way it gets pressure to the tip, not splash. And then the roller up here allows you for high lift to keep it on the tip a little better. Otherwise you gotta grind the rocker tip correctly. Your choice. These are his old chavs here that basically have almost no miles on them. They've been running a little bit, not too long. Less than a few thousand probably. And they actually fit pretty good. Look at that. See, you don't hear no rattle, rattle, rattle. See, that much distance, you only got that much free play. It's pretty good. Those are actually fitted up pretty good. Most aftermarket rocker arms, the bushings are really, really loose. These are good. Okay, so now we take this. See how much end play we get. So you just push against the back here. We have that much. Now that has a part where it indented. If you went the other direction, you got more, see? Now when I tighten this down, it'll probably get even tighter by a little bit. If you want to shim them up a little bit, you can try shimming them, see what happens. But if they get too tight, you have problems. So this is a 5/1000 shim. The shims do not go in here, they go on the back side over here. The reason I'll put them right here is because you can get them stuck on that groove right there and not be in the right spot. And they don't work then. All it does is put a big L shape in the damn thing and it screws it all up. Basically just binds everything up. So stick them on top of the shaft, they go all the way down the inside. Try it again. Okay, so that's about as tight as I dare go with that. If it's too tight I can flip this over and I got clearance back, see. So we can try to see if we can run it this tight. It'll be close. It'll drop probably to 0. Okay, let's try another one. Same thing. Put our shim in there. That feels a lot better. This one's just a tick tighter. Okay. We're on a roll. We'll just put a 5 on there and see how it feels right out the get-go. Get a little snug. I like that better. Okay, one more. And 2 came out. We don't need 2, we only need 1. feels good. That was the indented side. Alright. So we'll try putting it together without, see if it feels tight. If it feels tight, I'll take it back apart and flip the spacer over. Okay, now you gotta lubricate everything. So these go in a certain direction, so I lay them right here. So I know which way they go on. Pull these parts off. And lube them. Try to get some oil in the rollers in here a little bit. Probably not much is really going to get in here, but it's not bone dry anymore, at least. Noisy ass rocker. Now you can soak these in oil for a while if you want. I just shove lubricant in them and leave them at that. Seems to work. Important to get lube in this stuff, obviously. To refill my lube container here pretty soon. Okay. All right. We're out of oil. Okay, I put oil on my pinky. And I go inside the bushings here. A little bit in the ball here doesn't help either. Make sure you get oil on that too. Oil all over my hammer, my workbench. Every time I sling it, I get more oil out. I'm out of oil. I did that one. I did that one too. Alright, I don't remember doing both of those, but okay. Let me get this one now. There we go. I don't want to go in the hole. Shut up. All right. That part's done. Now we get to do the other half. Those are small, they fall right in there. That's too easy. Stock arms are a lot thicker. Okay, so now we gotta lubricate the shaft here. Make sure you get the washer in there. Here on the end of this, make sure that's lubed also. And that one's in. Do the same thing on this one. Now this one doesn't do anything because it doesn't hit on anything. I have no idea why they put those in there in the 80s, but they did. Doesn't do a damn thing because there's no bushing to hit on. Made them feel important, I guess. That'd be Harley. Okay, that one's in there. Next one. A lot of repetitive work on Harley. Almost went in. Okay, last one. Just lightly hit it. All right, clean everything off. Oil container's gooey too. Okay, now we can put our nuts and stuff on the end over here. Okay, this takes a little flat washer here. These are actually sealing washers. These have been installed once, so they're cupped one way, so as you flip them over the other way, and gives me a new surface. These are cap style nuts instead of the stock red capped ones. These look nicer than acorns, I think anyway. They tend to stay tighter than acorns. Acorns have a Acorn nuts tend to have a less of a surface here to tighten against, so they tend to loosen up more. Okay, I use a proper torque for everything. 1, 2, 3. There, it's torqued. It moves, that's a good sign. Okay, let's see what we got for clearance. It's got some. Yeah, can't get a hold of this stupid thing. Can't really feel anything because the grease, the oil is so thick it masks what the ink furnace is. But you want to go freely. Okay, this one's free. Yeah, I can get some free play in here. Can't really feel anything. So it goes up nice and free. So. The oil masks how much clearance we got. We're really close on clearance. We're probably 1 to 3 thou, which is pretty damn tight, I bet. But they move up and down, so that's good. I definitely run tighter, looser on my stuff. Customers like them tight, I like them loose. Okay, now we got to put our seals on the end of these. And we're going to put our caps here on the end of those. So we need to get some quad seals, because we don't have any quad seals laying around here, I don't think. Let's see what we got here in the junk pile. Yeah, I think we got some. Leftover O-ring pile. Let's see if there's any quad seals in here. There's one. If there's one, there should be 4, right? Okay, these are quad seals. They are quad shaped. See, that's an O-ring. O-rings full round. Quad seals have lips. That's 4 O-rings on each O-ring. 4 corners. That makes it a quad. There's the extra as the O-ring. So there's your 2 different ones. So this is the quad, this is the O-ring. This is stock, this is what I put in them. This is an upper push rod cover for an 80-inch motor, 81, 82 up to 84. This is what you're supposed to use. I use this. This seals better. This here you only got 4 surfaces sealed against. That's 4 sides when you squeeze on it. This has 8 because you got 2 O-rings on each side. That's 8 sealing surfaces. Plus you're going to do a square hole, so square fits square better than round fits square. Because that is a square surface in there. And this is a flat surface, so that'd be square too. So what I do is I put them in the hole, take my thumbnail and push them all the way in. Make sure it's in there all the way. And evenly, so like that. You have to push it in between the shaft and the cover because it's a little bit bigger than that, so that's good. It means you got a seal on it. So that's how I do it. Okay, now they're all in there all the way. Go ahead and tighten them up. So I use my Allen socket for my zip gun. Now you want to make sure you got oil on this surface here. That way it doesn't tear the O-ring up as you tighten the nut down. So I just go like this with a little bit of oil. Get started in there. Good. Now if you don't do that, the O-ring might twist on you or tear a little bit, which would cause issues. A twisted O-ring will not seal, because when you twist it like that, it leaves these little lines in it, which means it leaks. And obviously if it tears, it's going to leak also through the tear mark. You notice how you screw in by hand with no problem? If you have to force it, there's something wrong. That means you got chrome buildup or some other problem that you should have taken care of before you got this far. 2 blips. 1 tight, 2 tight. You have to know what your torques are, your tools you use. I know what my torques are, so I don't have a problem. If you got a Harbor Freight gun, you might as well throw it in the trash. You don't torque anything. That's an Ingersoll Rand torque wrench. Zip gun. Yeah, Ingersoll Rand. These ones put out 175 foot-pounds of torque. Those little chicken shit ones from Harbor Freight, they put out about 30 foot-pounds of torque. Even though they claim they're like 40 or 50, but you'll be lucky to get 30. Okay, so after you're all done, you check to make sure everything works still. Nice and free. Ideally, they should fall and rise by themselves with gravity. So see how they go down that way, and they should go the other way now. See how they fall back into holes. A little slow, but going in there. It's got assembly lube on it, so it's there. So that's how you double check your fit. So this one here is coming up. This one here didn't really want to come down anymore. It goes that way though. Oop. Where you can see it. It's dropping. Alright, so those are right on the borderline of being too tight, but they're good. So this one I can feel the chrome grabbing hold of me here. So we'll get the customer to polish this all up, and then he can take his little bit of his clear fingernail shit he stole from his wife. Put that along the edges to seal where the chrome is peeling off. Seal them up, and then that'll seal it, and it shouldn't blister for a while anyway. One little trick. Here's all that chrome coming off over here. Yeah, you can't chrome on top of chrome very well. Took them months to get these redone, and that was not a very good job. That's why you take it to a good chrome shop first time. He took it to 3 different bad guys. These went to 2 different guys. They're still all full of pits. And they're flaky. We're good with them. They're better with the first time you had them. You only had 1 coat on them. Alright, so we're done with the rocker boxes. So I'll pack those up so they don't get damaged, and then we're going to get to the heads at some point. So that'll be the next thing to play with, I guess. Alright, that's it for this job for the night.